Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Cliffhanger here, and today I want to talk about finger placement, specifically thumb placement when playing guitar. And the reason that I want to do this video is because sometimes I've been having some pain or some tension in my wrist. It bothers me when I am in certain positions on the guitar, specifically like fret 1, 2, and 3, and I think it's because the way that I'm holding my guitar. I had a friend recommend my thumb placement trying to change my technique, which is of course frustrating if you've been playing guitar for 20 years and you're like, oh okay, now I'm going to change the way that I hold the guitar. But I think he's really onto something, and I wanted to kind of showcase this in a video because it's pretty solid advice and could potentially save you guys some pain down the road. I don't know if I'm having this tension or this pain in my wrist because I had an injury as a child, and I did have to have some surgery with a broken wrist. And every now and then my wrist will flare up on me. I could be doing anything from like typing on a computer or literally just chilling at home, and sometimes my wrist will hurt. I just have always had issues for like the last 20 years. But as I've hit my 30s, I've realized that they've gotten a little bit worse and specific on certain songs. So right now our band is doing a cover of Fairies Wear Boots by Black Sabbath, and the riff goes like this. And what my buddy has told me to do is try to lift my thumb with the movement of the position of my hand. So before, what I was doing is I was kind of trying to keep my thumb anchored and moving my hand as fast as I can, but that's not allowing for any movement in my hand and is actually causing a little bit of tension in my wrist. The other thing that I would recommend doing is trying to keep your hand straight and parallel to the guitar and not at an angle. Try to keep your thumb straight in line with your fingers on the back, or straight as you possibly can, instead of at an angle like this, which I don't think too many people do, but just in case you do, I have seen some guitar players who have that technique, and I think that it causes a weird angle in your hand where you might get some burning or some pain really up into your hand or down into your forearm. I don't really know if that's an end-all be-all cure for your pain, but I think it could really minimize it if you're having tension in your wrist. So if I'm going from this chord to this chord, one thing that I like to do, obviously we're going to lift all these fingers because we have to lift those fingers in order to hit the next notes, right? But try to lift your thumb as well. Now, the key to this is trying to lift your thumb, but not lifting it too much. You don't want to lift your thumb like that and then come back down. You don't want to come an inch off the body or the inch off the neck of the guitar and come back down, because that's ridiculous. That's way too hard to do. But try to keep your thumb as close as you can to the neck in a quick movement, like a quick little hand grab, if you will. Let me show you here. Let me come around here. I don't know if you could tell in this angle, I'm actually lifting my thumb up just a little bit, and I'm trying to keep my thumb straight in line with the neck. This is a really weird video to shoot, but I hope this helps somebody. Now, I'm also going to say, for me, any area around here I have tension with because it's farther away from here where I can keep my hand actually straighter in line with the neck. Now, here's another little tip for you. When you're doing leads or stuff up here, use your thumb as almost like an anchor point up here. So, for instance, if I'm doing something like this, I actually use my thumb almost on the top of the neck as like a pivot or an anchor point, and it seems to help me a lot. Almost like I'm clawing and grabbing the edge of the guitar, and it allows me to have a nice pivot point, but still keep my hand relatively straight. And the more I concentrate on it, the more I think about it, I can actually see that my thumb pivots with it, and sometimes even like grabs on, so that the curvature of the neck is actually grabbing on in between here. So even when I do that, I'm lifting my thumb up just barely. Like, I can still feel the neck of my guitar. I'm sliding down, but I'm not gripping it so hard. And I don't know if I was gripping it so hard before, but I'm really trying to be more conscious of what I'm doing and a little bit more loose with my wrist, so it's not so tight. It's not having so much tension. And I don't know if this is like a really basic lesson or really common knowledge, but it's just something that I wanted to throw out there because I've been screwing up, dude. Like, my wrist has been hurting sometimes, and I'm like, shit, am I just getting old? I don't know. But I just don't want that to happen to anybody else, right? It's just an easy thing to do, I guess. You know, the passage of time, it's going to happen. So trying to shift your technique into something that's a little bit easier on yourself is potentially a good thing. So after just having noodled for a second, I noticed that I still kind of bend my thumb to the side. A chords like this. So let me show you. You see how my thumb is kind of, where's it going? It's like going that way for some reason instead of. See, my thumb automatically wants to move because I've screwed myself up by like practicing like that for so long. But if I go. I'm actually lifting my thumb up and trying to keep it straight in line. And again, if you've been playing like that for a really long time, it's like super hard to trick your brain into doing that because, well, damn, you're so used to doing that for so many years of playing. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Is that something that like will help you, or do you guys have these issues, or do you guys have any thoughts or recommendations for anybody who might be feeling tension in their wrist or any pain in their wrist? Let me know. By the way, if you are interested in any lessons or lesson videos on my channel, check out some of these lessons popping up. I really appreciate you guys watching so much. My name is Cliffhanger. This is Riff with Cliff, and I'll see you guys in some of these videos. And just thank you so much for watching a quick and really basic video, and I hope this helps. See ya.